Look at this. Look
Live
at this.
from the stew.
The studio.
That's what people say, in the stew.
They do?
Oh, yeah, it's a
It's
thing.
a thing?
It's a thing.
You know what, though?
It's a thing, right? In the stew? Aaron? Oh, yeah. In the stew.
We're in the stew.
Live in the stew.
We're just switching things up a little bit here. I think this is...
We're leveling up, baby.
I have to be honest with you, that we've been really like trying to figure out like our vibe for our podcast, and you know, our kitchen table is wonderful. It really is.
It is nice, but then you got some maple syrup stuck to it from dinner.
Or we put like honestly, we were using this little like table that my mom gave us, and we were covering it with one of our bed sheets.
The table is legit from the fucking Civil War.
It is.
And
it's probably worth a lot of money. We should sell it and use the money towards our podcast.
yeah.
But we found this amazing space. Like, look at this. And it feels like our home. And that was something that I was really like super. It was super important to me that if we were going to venture,
homey, that it was natural to us, just recording from the comfort of our own home.
Yeah,
That
it needed to feel
very
homey.
important to you.
Yeah, and thanks to Aaron and what is this called? Corporate
co-working.
We have a spot to call our studio.
Yep.
So I've had a lot of studio time this week though. Mm-hmm. I was in this studio.
Here we go.
And then
Check your ego at the door.
it's not an ego, buddy.
We got new mics.
I mean, if we're gonna check egos, look at this.
Come on.
Look at the girth.
Light flex.
It is nice. I told you though, we needed new mics.
Yeah. It was about time we got rid of those $30 Amazon mics that are 4 years old. Literally, we're just carrying them around in a backpack.
The sound was great. People always ask us like,
I don't know
what
about
mics
that.
do you guys use for your podcast? I'm like, I'll send them to you.
We'll give it to you as a gift.
But we leveled up a little with the mics, and we're just trying to look more professional.
Fake it till you make it.
But speaking of studio, I actually spent some time this week, if you're a local, on 102.7 VGS with Aimee and Shawn in the morning. I was with Aimee. Mm-hmm. And
Shawn was out of town, so you were like the guest host.
I honestly, the only thing that was really tricky was getting up early.
Yeah?
I had to figure that out because, as all of you know, I'm not an early riser. So the 4:30 alarm clock, and Mackin's like, it's 4:25. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. And then I have my backup alarm set at 4:40. You're like, no, I need 5 more minutes.
I need 50. I'm like, and I kept telling him like he was my mom. Like, I promise at 4:45 I'll get up. I promise. And then at 4:45 I got up.
Yeah, you sounded like Viv.
Took a bath, got ready.
Which I was surprised by, but.
Well, I had to get clean.
Yeah,
because I was out drinking the night before.
We'll get to that.
By the grace of God, I pulled myself together. But I was out the door by 5:15, got my Starbucks. Even my Starbucks girls are like, what are you doing here? This is 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
The sun's not up.
Alternate universe?
Yeah. So
Was it the same girls?
Angela and all.
Wow.
Yes. Angela was there.
I would have loved to see the look on their face.
I don't think they were really surprised. I don't think they were expecting it. But then I walked over. I'm like, hi.
They were still asleep too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know how you get up that early. It's I don't know. Some people make it their lives though. Aimee has to get up that early every day.
I think you would be surprised by how many people are up before 7.
That's wonderful for them. I like to wake up with the sun midway in the sky.
Yeah. Right on about there.
Right about. When I look out our window, even our son was like, Mom, I know when it's early because the sun is blue and then the sun is orange and then it's bright. And I'm like, yep, I usually get up when it's really bright. But anyways, I spent some time doing radio and that was actually really, really, really fun. It was different because I feel like when we do our podcasts at night and we're relaxed and we've had a drink and we're chilling and whatever, but in the morning you have to like find it within yourself to like be funny. But it was so easy with Aimee.
Yeah. And even with like, to your point of like morning and night, there's a lot more structure because it's a professional thing, right?
Totally.
You're playing X amount of songs.
You would have
you
loved
have segments. You have topics. Yeah, I would love it.
You would have loved it.
I know that I have 3.5 minutes to talk at this period, whatever. So you adjust your content accordingly.
Yeah.
But for you, that in most cases would be very hard and very confining.
Yeah.
But because it's you and Aimee, you just went with the flow and it was easy because she made it easy.
She made it easy because she did all the work.
Right.
I just sat at the desk with my
Also
coffee.
facts.
Yeah. And what do you mean?
I said it's a fact. Like she did all the work.
Oh, yeah.
You just kind of
I
showed
thought you
up
were
and
referring
conversed
to
with
like our relationship. Like you do all the work.
No.
I'm not projecting.
Those are your words, not mine, dear.
But I had a really good time. We had exactly what you said, very structured topic. Well, like she's like, okay, we have 6 minutes to talk here. What do you want to talk about? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, hold on. Okay. So she literally would just bring something up on air like we do here. And we started talking. I had so much fun though. It was fun. I don't know if I could do that every day, but
You could do an afternoon show.
I totally midday,
10 to 2.
Yeah, I could do it. Mm-hmm. But it was fun, and I feel really, really grateful that Aimee trusted me to do that because she knows I'm a swearer.
Yeah. I was meant to ask you that. Did they ever have to hit the dump button?
Never.
On you? Yeah.
Buddy, I did so good. There was one point, I think it was like 7:30 in the morning, where I just looked up and I was like, I'm doing such a good job not swearing. And she even praised me. She's like, I cannot believe I didn't have to hit the dump button. I was like, gosh, darn it. You're right. You didn't have to hit the dump button. Mm-hmm. But I told her I was prepare yourself. But I can reel it in when I need to.
Yeah.
I can.
I feel like I would be able to like when we play basketball for church, or like I used to play basketball like in these like legit Mormon churches, and you can't swear there.
Yeah.
So like if I ever slipped or if I was close to it, I'd be like, oh shoot. And it's very like I swear a lot.
Yeah.
Especially like if I'm...
You do. We were talking about that, how much... I almost feel like you do it more than I do now.
I think so.
I do. I think you do. But whatever. I mean, I don't judge you. I don't judge you.
If I had a magic wand that I could make myself swear less, I definitely would.
I mean, the only thing that makes me think about it is like, I was listening to some girl talk and she's like, when this person said fuck, I just cringed. And I was like, ugh, I wonder how many people cringe when
I'm sure plenty of people cringe when we do it.
But this is my thing. Like, I don't use it to be, I mean, when I use it towards you and we're fighting, I'm using it as a weapon.
Yeah.
But when we're just like talking, this is how I brought it up at, a group of us were talking about it, and I was like, this is my biggest struggle in life. I feel like I swear so much, and I feel like it's really cringy for a lot of people to hear that. But then again, I was raised in a family that used it like, it was very casual. It was almost a form of endearment to swear. Like, like my dad's nickname for everybody is Balls.
I don't know that balls is technically...
I mean, you're referring to your fucking balls.
Yeah, I get it.
I said fuck, sorry. No, I'm not sorry. But you're referring...
Sorry, not sorry.
You're referring to your balls. And I'm...
Yeah.
And like, every other word was F this, F that. Like, but it was never meant to be like hurtful. It was always something endearing. And like, like my grandpa, you little son of a bitch. I love you so much, or whatever.
That's adorable.
It's cute. It wasn't meant to be mean.
Trust me, you're preaching to the choir here.
Well, I don't think you swore as much as you did until you met me.
Probably. I mean, I definitely did swear a good amount, but I definitely, over the course of time, have increased the quantity for sure.
Well, it's all for like, and I read that we've talked about this. The more you swear, the less like stressed and anxiety ridden you are. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
start swearing more then.
So I reeled it in for the radio show 102.7 VGS with Aimee and Shawn. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Aimee. But the night before that, or day.
The day before that.
So I don't really hang out with people from school.
Okay, keep going.
Don't.
Yeah.
I don't because I'm so consumed with our life and whatever. But there's a few women that I truly enjoy and love. And if you're like, hey, let's go out and go out for my birthday, I'll be like, I will be there no matter what. So it was a friend, a friend of mine, Christina. It was her birthday, and she's like, let's go to Lynetta. And there was like 11 of us total. And I was like, I fucking love Lynetta. I love everything about it. The vibe, the screens, I think I've talked about this. Everything is very much like all the
old vintage dance scenes from movies.
Yes, it was, and it's like my favorite thing because they play Dirty Dancing and all
Elite
the things.
salsa.
Everything. Eating salsa. I'm not a margarita girl, but I can be. I will. So we went there. We had drinks.
You were Sunday.
We had lunch. What day was it?
Sunday.
Sunday at 1:00 in the afternoon. I got home at 5 and don't recall anything that happened after that.
It was 6:30, but who's counting?
6:30.
Yeah.
What time did you pick me up?
6:15.
Why?
That's what time you asked me to pick you up.
Oh my God. I remember texting you. I remember Dominique left at 4:30 and I was like, I'm going to stay and my husband's going to pick me up. I remember that. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. At that time, one of the moms was like, shots, another round of shots. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this, right? So
Mom's gone wild.
Oh my gosh. I text you and I'm like, listen, I'm really sorry. I want to care so much right now, but I don't.
I mean, yes, you did say that, but I'm not going to make this a Mackin critique every point of what you're about to say.
We haven't actually talked about this yet.
Still haven't. But your recollection of what you'll probably relay now is nowhere near what happened. That text didn't happen until like 9:00 at night when you're putting the boys to bed. Yes, that's one.
No. That's not true.
Please go check the timestamps.
That is not true. That is not true.
Do you want me to talk while you pull up the receipts?
Okay. Right here. It says, hold on.
You were putting the boys to bed, so it was 8:30.
No. Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought I said that to you at dinner.
Right before you fell asleep for the second time.
I want to be sorry, but I need a break today.
What time was it at? Thank you. So I picked you up at 6:30. We get home, and this is where the annoyed Mackin gets in because one, I pick you up. I have all the children in the car. You're like, I drive away from downtown. Someone he goes, "Where's Viv?" I'm like, "She's in the back." No, she's not. She's fucking right there. Thank you. So now 30 seconds into the drive home, I know what I'm dealing with. So I
not the fun sex, Danielle.
No.
The drunk, obnoxious.
No. Not even on my radar. I knew. So in my most lovingest heart, like I had no problem with anything that happened between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. You had free reign. Your mom had 3 of the kids. Yep. I was at football with Dom for the majority of the time. I had dropped them off, so everything was covered. If you want to have a day, have a day. Go for it.
Afternoon.
Doesn't bother me whatsoever. Have 10 hours. Doesn't matter. But then, like, when you started, started making dumb comments, and then you started, like, second guessing like my plan for the evening, like because then I had to go drop you guys off, go back. Dom was sleeping over, I had to get his shit. He forgot stuff.
Idea.
Yeah, and I'm like explaining to you what we're doing, and you're like, "Oh no. Why don't you drop?" And I'm like, "Danielle, please stay out of this." This was another time where I gave you like the 2 finger stay out of this bullshit.
The limp.
Yeah, and I don't remember that.
Oh, my face hurts.
Maybe you didn't hear me because I'm glad that you didn't respond because you definitely deserved it at that point. Like, please know your role and shut the fuck up. You have no idea what's going on. Please don't give me your input.
Not a clue.
Not because it's not valid, but because you're not aware of what's going on.
I don't remember.
We get home. The night before, Aimee was over and you made this amazing beer bread. Mm-hmm. You this is another annoying thing. You're at brunch from 1 to 6. You ate nothing.
Nothing.
You had 7 drinks, but not one piece of food.
I had
so you get home and you're starving and drunk. And I'm like, you didn't eat at all? She's like, no, I didn't eat. I'm like, you've been at brunch for 5 hours. You didn't have any chips and salsa or anything? So now I'm even more annoyed. So you're cutting up this really good beer bread that you made, and you made a fucking huge mess all over the counter. I don't know if you knew what a plate was, but there was crumbs everywhere.
Not
crumbs everywhere.
This is hurting my face.
I'm glad we waited to talk until now.
Oh my God,
I can get it out. There's crumbs everywhere. Then here's the other thing. We only have one car. And your mom has been out of town for the last month, and she had just gotten back, and we kind of share her car sometimes when we need it. So this is now 7 o'clock Sunday night. You got to be up at 4:30 the next day
to be on the
air. So in my head, I'm like, wait a second. All these things are playing through my mind. I'm like, you never have anything important to do.
Nothing.
The one day where you actually have to be like go to work, even though you didn't get paid, like you have to be up at 4:30 and be on and be like funny and whatever and not hungover. I'm like, you chose to day drink all day. I'm like, how is this even remotely responsible? And God forbid I bring that up, and I never did, and I still,
oh my God,
I'm still not. But I'm just like, that's so the opposite of thoughtful.
I know.
Like, what are you doing?
Nothing. I just did nothing.
You just went with the flow.
And that's what I said to you in my text.
And then, so I'm like, okay, so we need to go back to get your car, have your mom like come. I'm like, and she's like, it's okay. My mom's coming here. I'll drive her back. I'm like, no, you won't. So I'm like, she's coming here. I drive your mom back.
I drive her back.
Yeah. You were at that point legit blackout.
Thank God you didn't let me.
Oh,
what am I doing?
Trust me, Leo would not have let you drive. So he would have saved the day if he found you with car keys. I'm glad you're finding this out for the first time.
I'm so glad we didn't talk about this till now.
Your mom pulls up and she's just laughing because she knows exactly what the fuck's going on.
Did she ask you if you gave me Benadryl yet?
No. So I drive your mom home, bring her car back because you need to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I needed our car to take the kids to school and shit. So, and then you start questioning. So we do all of that. You put the kids to bed. We have our whole text exchange. Basically, you're like, you said what you kind of alluded to, like, I'm sorry, I just needed a day. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. It's totally fine. That goes on for a little while. I'm like, and then you start to annoy me a little bit, and I'm like, I understand. I just have a little bit. We had different different experiences. I have a little bit of a different perspective.
Yeah,
right.
Your trigger word was, I just have a different perspective than you do.
So nothing bad, but that definitely triggered you. But whatever. We actually never talked about it. But then you fall asleep putting the boys to bed. I fall asleep on the couch because I'm fucking exhausted. And you come down at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We try watching TV for 15 minutes. Doesn't work. Go back to bed. So we go up to bed and you're like, oh shit, we need to go get my mom's car. I'm like, are you fucking serious
I had no idea.
right now?
Not a clue.
And at that point, you seemed sober, and you might have been more sober at that point. But I'm like, are you asking me that right now?
Buddy,
you don't remember what we just went through 2 hours ago? The whole fucking musical chairs of cars that we had to play? I still don't remember it.
How bad is that? I mean, like I said, I wanted to care, but I didn't. But the funniest thing about all of this is the first time I'm hearing this, and I'm sorry. But when
you don't need to apologize.
But when I left in the morning at I left at 5:30. I kiss you. I'm like, I go up. I go, I know there's a lot we need to talk about. I'm really sorry. I just woke up knowing I was in trouble.
Yeah. Which realistically, you didn't really do anything bad. Though what I was most worried about is that like you would fuck up like your radio stuff, that you would be like hungover as balls, puking all day, and can't make it there, and you got to text her and be like, I can't do it. I'm so sorry. That's where my like anxiety was the evening before, because I'm like, I've seen that look in your eyes before, and the morning after is not good.
No.
And by the grace of God, you were alive.
I prayed all night. I couldn't sleep either because I don't know if it's because I'm older now or if it's what it is, but like I was getting like, and it's probably that what is it, like shot in blood sugar where
adrenaline?
No, your blood sugar spikes and your heart starts beating really fast. And I'd wake up in a panic. The beer bread. No, if I would have eaten more, I probably wouldn't have. But my heart was beating really fast, and I was like sweating, and I was like, what the fuck is happening to me right now?
Yeah.
And it happened like 3 or 4 times throughout the night, and I was just like, oh my God, please, I have to get up. But my thought process was, hey, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be sober by 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was only 1 o'clock at 1 o'clock. It wasn't 1 o'clock at 6:30 when you were still taking shots.
Oh, guys, I let it. You know what though? I haven't.
Eat a taco. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. It's the whole like insecurity in me. Like, I don't want to eat a lot of food in front of all these really fit, like great, thoughtful women. Yeah. Like if I was with you, I'd be like, take me to Taco Bell right now. That's probably what I would have done. But also I wasn't hungry because I was drinking so much.
What?
I wasn't hungry because I was drinking. When you drink a lot of beer, you're not hungry, are you?
At the end of the night.
At the end, but not during. I'm like,
sure, but yeah.
Which, by the way, so we went to Lynetta, then we walked over to Jing, which, by the way, I had no idea was like a day club.
Right.
We walk in and we're straight moms, like no joke, just moms.
Momming
we look
it up.
like moms. I have my grandma bag, and we're just like.
I picture like I can never remember the name of the movie. Kirsten, the Bachelorette Party movie.
Kristen
Never mind.
Wiig.
Yes, Kristen Wiig. And like the 6
Bridesmaids?
moms walking in slow-mo.
Yeah, no, that's not
Never
what it
mind,
looks
bad
like.
joke. Keep going. Sorry.
That's not what it looks like. Because some of these moms, like a lot of these women looks like they belong there. But I felt completely out of place because I walked in and everybody's in like lingerie and bustiers and like all these like beautiful black women are there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're just not. We're like the epitome of moms walking in. And of course we sit down and guess what we order? Espresso martinis. Like how much more basic can you get?
Mm-hmm.
But then we did shots. And then I was just like,
go off, Queen. I'm all for it.
And I'm proud of myself because I didn't puke. But I could have been more thoughtful.
I don't know that that's by anything that you did to yourself. You just, by the grace of God. Like,
I'm telling
you did nothing to not puke.
I ate beer bread. I still can't believe all that transpired. I had no idea.
I know.
But I did great. I showed up for my job the next day, my internship.
Killed it. Yeah.
I had fun.
I'm glad you did.
And I'm grateful to you for holding it down while I got to enjoy myself.
It was fine.
I'm
glad you did.
But here's the thing, though. A lot of it is like, I don't think that I felt like I was. I think I felt like I was doing something wrong, so I set myself up for that. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Like, I should be checking in more. I should do this. I should do that. But I mean. I was just out of mind. I just did not give a shit, and I usually care so much. But I was in a safe place. I wasn't down. I could walk home.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't bothered by any of it. I'm like, I have Dom. Your mom had the other kids while I was at football. Like everything's covered.
At one point, there was all of these. Like there was beautiful like young women, and then there was some like older gentlemen. And I had brought a jacket with me, and I took my jacket off. I was like. I just would like to get head on once. Just get head on. Nope, nothing. Because I just
should have flashed a nip or something.
A grape nipple.
Oh, you should bring that up.
Nobody heard that.
Yeah.
No,
all the listeners of the radio heard it.
Yeah, they did. But yeah, I mean, I learned. I had a good time. I don't know how you deal with me when you're in that circumstance.
At that point, I knew that any conversation I wanted to have with you could not be had at that point.
I love you for that.
And I did text that to you because you were starting to like get anxious. What light went off? That's all right. We'll be all right.
Is it on a timer?
But like I knew that was not going to be productive because if then you said something like you were drunk, there's no way it would have been good. I just appreciate you for. I don't know if I'd have that much self-control. Oh, there's no way. I would have definitely picked a fight with you. If I was you and you were me, you would have fucking... But hey, buddy, there have been times when you've been drinking and I'm like, you know what? We need to save this for the morning. Yes. Because I do feel like you should never go to bed angry, but unless there's substances involved. If you're drinking or smoking weed or somebody's doing anything that alters your mental state, fair. I feel like the conversation should be tabled. I don't have an issue with that. But I just like marriage advice. Yeah. Marriage advice from a drunk. Hey, take it where you can get it, that's right? Okay. I mean, at least you're not it's honest. Drunk. You just had a day. I had a day. I'm not. I usually only drink once a week, if I do. We talk about this. I'm like, I should drink more, but I don't. Yeah. Like, everyone's like, a lot of my friends are like, if I could just give up, like, drinking wine or drinking this or that, I would lose weight. I'm like, I drink once a week. I have no excuse. Yeah. It just happens. But this does remind me of my friends when... our last podcast, we were talking and about how, the way I handle the kids versus the way you do. And one of my friends reached out and gave me this piece of advice that I just felt was so important to share. Well, because we were really going at it I really wanted to be much more strict, particularly with the boys. Mm-hmm. And no more bullshit. No more hearing you out on certain things, really in my no era on certain things, and just shutting it the fuck down. Sorry, nope, not happening. do that, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And you were not okay with a lot of that. And that was something that you kind of like
I just feel like,
on.
yeah, I just feel like there needed to be a little bit more like understanding of the circumstances before you shut it down and say no, whatever. But one of my friends came up to me and was like, it was actually my mom's group that I go to from church. Every Friday we meet, and she was like, listen, and I love her because she listens to our podcast. And she's like, sometimes you just need to let him be a dad. And I was like, it was like a shot, like, holy shit, you're right.
And I honestly, what she said embodies how I felt with putting words to it, because I in many ways want to just be like, no, this is the way it is. Don't care. Deal with it.
Yeah.
I love you, but I don't care anymore. And that's a very short summary of like one synopsis of it. But like, I feel like there needs to be much more blunt interactions with our boys, particularly.
Yeah.
We give them their leash is way too long in many ways. And to have like that balance of you being more caring and me being more blunt, like, you could play that whole kind of good cop, bad cop in sometimes. And like, they go to you for certain things and to me for certain things, like, I think there's value in that.
Of course there is. And I think that's why, like, you and I are, not that we're great parents, but I think we're pretty good at like raising these kids that we're, I have this empathy in me, and so do you, but to a certain degree. And I feel like the world isn't like your mother, right? You go into the world and there's going to be people who are, but when Sasha said, let him be a dad, I was like, she's so right. I've stepped on your toes maybe sometimes, but I just felt like that was such valuable advice. Like, not let him be a dad and like fucking abuse the kids. Not by any means. I mean, like, let him be a dad as in let him be the man of the house. Let him do his, thing. And when she said that, it made me understand, like, yeah, there is a place and time for me to be me.
I think it took someone like that you trust and value and had similar values as you, and probably similar roles, because she has a bunch of boys too. Like, to hear it from someone who has a similar life and things to you, to like trust their perspective.
Yeah, and
versus just me telling you, like, whereas you're not going to like understand my perspective as much as hers.
And when I came to you with that, I was like, I'm sorry. I just feel terrible and I usually do, like, I am right behind you. Like, when you say something, I'm like, sorry, that's what daddy said. We got to do it. And then later I'll be like, you're such a fucking dick. Why'd you do that? Or whatever. But the kids need.
Which is hard because you feel like that a lot.
That you're rude?
Not just rude, but like, there are plenty of times where you'll disagree with how I'm handling something in the moment, and will have to come to me after the fact. And now that's us fucking dealing with it. Yeah. And then we have to talk about it for however long.
But because we love each other, and
that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah. Some people don't want to try that. So again, you're welcome.
Why?
For just talking to you about, instead of, I'm just joking.
I know.
For what?
Did
you say for what?
I didn't say that. Maybe I said that.
You did.
No. Relax, dear. Don't start a fight with me.
This is very much all news to me. What are you talking about? The next thing you have to talk about is Chargers.
This is just a pet peeve of mine. Like, and I feel like it has to happen with other kids because so many kids have devices these days. But no, our kids never charge their shit.
Nothing.
Like, we've created this life for them.
You.
Dependent upon devices, where they get devices X amount of time, all the time. And when it dies, or when it's at X, like very low percent, they just leave it on couches. Or under pillows, or stuffed under, like.
But you're the one who charges them.
Yes.
That's why.
And it's a very similar thing as like me cleaning up after them. But if they don't get charged, and then they are in a predicament where we would like for them to have one, then it's on us because we're fucked. Because like, oh, well, now Leo's throwing a fit. We can't throw a phone at him because they didn't charge it, and I didn't want to go charge it for him.
He's throwing a fit because it's dead, yes.
Right.
But there's alternatives. There's a TV. There's a book. There's just...
book. What are those?
I was laughing because this week is reading week.
When was the last time you said, here, Leo, here's a book?
Buddy, you'd be surprised.
When?
You know that little chest that you hate that you want to throw away in our playroom?
A chest or a chest?
Chest.
Yes.
In the playroom, the brown one that you hate. Next to the table, you hate it. You're like, the door is broken. Just throw it away.
Oh, that's not a chest.
What the fuck would you call it?
A dresser with one door.
Okay.
A chest is like a
antique.
thing that opens like this.
Well, it used to open like this, and now the door fell off, so now it just opens like this.
Yeah. Which we still fucking have because apparently it's worth money. That will never get valued. It will never be purchased by anyone.
I'm shaking everything.
One day I will just finally put my foot down and throw it away. And no one,
it is
you and your mom will be upset with me, but it will be thrown away.
Of antique furniture.
It's not worth fucking
It's beautiful.
dog shit.
Anyways, there are books in there. And by the way, your son, Leo, sits and looks at them all the time.
I've never seen it.
You would know because you don't see it.
Because I'm never home.
You're working.
Yeah. I've never seen that kid open up a book in there.
Yes, he does. And when I read to him, he thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. I said, I feel like it's because we don't read to the twins all the time. They're going to love books. I'm like, we're not forcing it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we're really glass half full here.
I don't know that applies to that statement, but...
It's Nevada Reading Week.
I don't know which is another bullshit thing.
It's Reading Week, and
I'm all for reading. What I'm not for is kids having to dress up every day for another stupid outfit.
Well, we showed up in their well, they did. It's not stupid. One of their really good friends, Gabe, who is like 3 and they're 5, loves the boys, and he's like little. He's 3, and he wanted to be triplets with the boys on Twin Day, and so they all have Golden Knights jerseys, and they wore them, and then. Today was dress up like your favorite character day, right? So we pull up to school, and his teacher's like, so what characters are they? I'm like, they're Dean and Leo in the story of my life. Mm-hmm. We have a whole book.
And honestly, not to put anything down that our school does, but like, it gets overplayed. Like there's a pajama day 6 times a year.
I love pajama
Crazy
day.
hair day.
You could do pajama
wear
day.
Wear blue, wear your kind shirt day, like... Come on.
Who cares? It makes the kids
excited. I know, I get it, but it's just like one more thing that we got to do times 4, times 5 days a week.
Not everybody has 4 kids like us. Some people have 2 or 1.
And that's why I'm allowed to
And it's
complain.
exciting.
Yeah.
And then they show up to school looking like Amelia Bedelia. Charlie, Dominique, I saw you.
I have no idea. I've never even heard that name in my life.
It's because you didn't read books as a child.
Yeah.
Amelia Bedelia. She's a character. She's great.
I could have put that together.
Oh, there is something that I did want to share with you. Since having Kevin, right?
Yep.
So we bring Kevin with us when we can. Mm-hmm. We're not very sure about like what is a dog-friendly establishment, what is not. We're still learning the reins of that. But whenever I have Kevin, people are so kind to me.
Like, I know where this is going.
Oh, is that a puppy? Yeah. What is he? He's a dog. He's a brown dog.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. He's 6 months. He's so cute. Yes, he's so cute. We love him. He's such a good dog. And the other day I was at Dutch Brothers, and the girl, everybody took a photo of him. Every person at Dutch Brothers got out their phones and took a photo of him. And then the one girl was like, just tell them it's your birthday. And I got this coffee for Kevin. And I was like, okay. And anywhere we go, people are like, oh, people are much nicer.
It's a conversation topic for sure.
People are much nicer to pet parents than they are to parents.
People parents?
People parents.
Yeah.
I have never had a door open for me. Kevin, they'll open the door for. Yeah. They did once in a while with the kids, but that's when I walked in with like 2 of them at a time.
Yeah, that was more like a pity parent.
There is a whole pet parent and like social circle that we're missing out on.
Yeah, and honestly, I have no desire to enter those circles.
They're so kind, though.
Yeah.
People who never even looked at us in our neighborhood are like, oh, you have a dog? Hi, what's his name? Kevin, John, Christmas, and Canine Police. You guys will hear.
Yeah.
We had Dean and Leo on our podcast, and Leo has renamed Kevin.
Yep. It hasn't dropped yet because it's going to take a while for you to edit it.
Edit it because it was so bad.
Yeah. Not bad, but just like... As you would imagine with interviewing twin 5-year-old boys with a microphone, not everything is usable.
And then he got so comfortable. Leo got so comfortable that he took the mic from me and they started interviewing each other. It was hilarious. Mm-hmm. I really actually can't wait for you guys to hear that.
Yep.
What else, buddy?
One thing that you tried to tell me the other night, because this is an ongoing topic for us, me trying to get you in the mood for a little bit more sex.
Every day.
Every day, twice a day,
you will
whatever.
Literally try to have sex every day.
Yep.
And it's not cool.
And this was on an evening in which I think in the afternoon you had sort of pre-approved it, and then the evening
when I do that.
Comes around, you're not really feeling it as much,
Not
you're a little sleepy. And what you told me to do is, if I want to do that, I need to encourage wake behavior with you. Like, don't let you lay down. And I'm like, you're really telling me? You were telling me to not let you get comfortable on the couch and when you're tired and not watch Bridgerton.
Here's the thing. It's
my fault?
Oh, God. I don't even know if I look good anymore. I don't even think I did look good from the begin with.
Sit up tall.
I'm trying to, buddy. I have fucking 3 inches of a torso.
I am sitting up tall. Flash those.
My shoes, whatever. My leg's falling asleep. I'm sorry that your feet can touch the ground and mine cannot.
Okay.
Noon time, 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm like, let's do it, but the boys are home.
Yeah.
Right? And then later in the afternoon, the big kids are home, so no. So then we have to wait till the kids all go to bed because that's weird. And now we have Kevin.
Most adults, but go ahead.
Now we have Kevin, who we have to wait till Kevin, it's his bedtime because we can't put him in his kennel too early or he's up at fucking 3:50 in the morning.
Yep.
And wants to party. So we wait till about 10:30, 11:30 at night to go upstairs to bed. And I just said to you, like, if this is something you'd like to do, we need to encourage wake behavior, like activities, like anything, but laying down on the couch.
What do you want me to tell you to do when you're comfortable on the couch at 10 o'clock at night? How can I be encouraging of wake behavior? This is where I think it's another one of those things.
Offer me a coffee.
Where you're setting me up for
Get creative.
Failure.
Well, this is just
it's my fault that you're comfortable. Yeah, wink. Let me go fucking chase my tail for 3 months trying to encourage wake behavior just for you to be comfortable.
Sorry, you didn't do a good job. We can't have sex tonight.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
Whereas my sister just like fiends for it. She's like, but it's hard, buddy. We have so many kids.
Trust me, I'm aware, dude.
What are we supposed to do? Just have sex and let them listen to know, like, oh, this is like
Trust
natural
me, we don't
behavior.
have loud sex. They're not going to hear anything.
No, but still. What do you want me to do?
I want you to not make it my fault. So don't tell me I
need to encourage wake behavior.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, go ahead. What is
quick little segue that's relative to
rankings?
No, not yet. I want
merch.
Real quickly talk about. So we have the things said after sex segment we do every once in a while, right?
Yeah, for Katie Morley.
Yep, and Katie and others recently have shared some of their things said after sex.
Oh, people are sharing their...
Not a lot. Like, we haven't encouraged, but that's where I'm getting to this.
Okay.
Is like, some of the ones that people have said to us recently are pretty good, and I'm going to throw them out there, and then I'll put like one of those anonymous things where people can send in their things said after sex, and we'll share them.
What are the things you say after sex?
Exactly.
Go for it. Let's hear it.
And so this is a great one. And I don't know who this was a referral one. Thanks for letting me borrow your vagina. I don't know the context of that, but I think it's hilarious. And this is another funny one. And the husband said this to the wife after the sexual experience and said, you know how like on Facebook after like a natural disaster, you can like mark yourself safe? You don't know. Yeah. It's a fake yes. Most people understand what we're talking about.
Buddy, I'm sorry I don't live in a place where I'm concerned about that.
You don't see those things? Come on. Never mind.
Okay.
It's a thing. People understand what we're talking about. And it said, I'll throw a name out there. Bill was marked safe from the flood. You still don't get the flood.
Yes, I do.
Where does the flood come from?
Wet water.
Okay.
Okay, not water, but
just making sure.
Thank you. What do you think I am, a fucking amateur?
Sometimes just because you were
Sometimes I have
a
to create the
professional
flood.
radio DJ for a day.
Oh, you getting jealous?
No.
You want to be a radio DJ?
No one asked me though.
You want to be a disc jockey?
Radio personality.
DJ
so I'm
Mackin.
sure there are plenty of other of those fun statements out there in the world that we need to hear
I feel like
and share.
we should put them on T-shirts.
We could do that too.
Just like your I'm in my no era T-shirt, jacket, sweatshirt.
This isn't even close to what's on the back.
Turn it around.
I mean, you probably won't see it.
You have to squat.
You won't see it very well. We'll post the pictures of it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then don't get up.
This is a sample. It didn't come out as well either. But after the last In My No Era episode, whatever, a couple other people messaged in like, I love it. I'm not dealing with this shit with my kids either. And I was texting them back and forth, and I came up with putting the negative in our no era, putting the negative back in positive parenting.
It was brilliant.
Arguably one of the greatest.
Putting the negative.
Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
Putting the negative back
in positive parenting.
I think it's beautiful.
It needs to be done.
If we don't sell 12 of these, I'm going to be upset.
We will. We'll sell 12. We'll sell 12. Somebody will buy them.
Yep.
I have one in black and white. You know that's my color scheme.
Got you. Got you covered.
You do have rankings.
We do. I like that these mics are like fucking...
I like it too. Doesn't it make you feel professional?
I feel like spitting
Too
tickets
bad I can't
over
put your penis in here. Just be like...
Is this encouraging wake behavior?
It's on a spring. It might be. It encourages activity.
Keep it erect?
It's like a fidget spinner for your
Watch
penis.
out for those gold little
Just put it in there and let's see how it goes.
All right.
Do you think we could put it in there? No? I keep moving the jars. We need to be more professional with this.
We can't break anything. We don't own anything here.
We own these.
Just the mics. All right. So Child of the Week rankings, number 4. This week is Viv. It's been a bad run. If I went back and checked the game notes, it would have been, this is probably her longest run at number 4 or 3.
I'm not disagreeing. She's been aggravating the shit out of me.
The other day for one of her basketball games, she tried to wear my socks.
That's right.
And like the ankle was up by her calf. Obviously it doesn't work. I'm like, Viv, if you were wearing pants to God's house, then maybe I would let you, but you're going to a basketball game and wearing shorts. This does not work on any level. Please go change. She was not having it. It was a whole deal. She complained about... we were at CJ's birthday party, and like Viv's at like this stage now, like all our boys play together with their boys.
Yeah.
Remy's a little younger than her, so they're not on the same level.
She's young.
And they could still do some girly things, but like Viv was just in a mood that day, and she was just complaining about being bored. I'm like,
everything.
Viv, I don't fucking care. We're at our friend's birthday party. Everybody's having a good time except for you. Like, figure it out.
Yeah, you were a little mean there, but...
And she just had a face on the whole time.
Well, she also wasn't... Her eyes were bothering her from her allergies, and she... I mean, Katie understood. As long as we didn't fit.
Oh, yeah, Katie always gets it. But she's just like too much sometimes.
She really is. She circles too. Mm-hmm. She just circles.
Yes, she does.
Like somebody else I know.
No, I don't circle that much anymore.
You used to.
I used to.
See?
Before I knew how to handle my emotions.
See?
It'd spiral down.
So maybe she's just being a 9-year-old little girl.
After basketball, last week she left the game early to go pee and then came back when the game was over. I shared that with several people. They were appalled. There's no way that you
I was like, she had to pee. Who cares?
No way.
Apparently it's a big deal. You can't pee in the middle of a game.
This one is arguably worse. So this week, plays basketball again, team gets killed again, and after the game, just like in every sport, you go shake the other team's hands. So as the game ends, they start to walk over. We get up, kind of like mosey on over to like the middle of the floor where like everyone picks up their kids, and Viv comes walking straight over to us. I'm like, and then I look over, her team is shaking hands.
High-fiving.
I'm like, Viv, get your butt over there. Go shake their hands. What are you doing? She's like, I don't want to touch their hands. They're dirty. I'm like, Viv, do you not realize you just played basketball with them?
That's my fault, though.
Yes, it is your fault. Like, you're sharing a basketball with a bunch of dirty kid hands. Like, how is it any different from high-fiving them?
She didn't want to high-five. She didn't want to directly do it.
I was so upset that, like, this girl thinks that, like, how is she not picking up these cultural things?
She doesn't.
These societal norms.
She doesn't.
It's unbelievable.
Just like she just does not want to do a high pony or do half up, half down hair, half up, half down hair anymore. She doesn't want to dress like a girl anymore. She just wants to be Viv and be cozy all the time.
Yeah, and she wants to sit.
Not that I'm encouraging anything. I'm not trying to push anything. I'm just saying she does not I'm just letting her be in her Viv era.
I'll bribe her for the high pony every day, and she still doesn't take me up on it.
Nope.
The other annoying thing is, like, as we all know, we all went to school, or most of us, you have sometimes assigned seats. Her class rotated and everybody switched. She was upset because she was no longer sitting next to her friends. She texted us and said, "Can you please come pick me up? I'm uncomfortable. I'm not sitting next to my friends anymore." I'm like...
And then she texts you that, and then she texts me, "Mommy, please come pick me up. I'm very upset. I'm gonna cry. You need to pick me up from school right now." And I said, "Vivian, I love you, but I cannot pick you up from school. Please, right now, pick me up now. You need to."
This is the definition of, like, entitlement that we've instilled in them gone wrong. That they think that that's, like, a valuable, like, an actual request that they can make.
Yeah, I mean, we did go wrong there. I'll agree with you. It's a we, though, not a me.
Yeah.
It's a we, not a me thing.
I like how you're starting to use we more when it's convenient.
Because.
Convenient.
I hope I look okay. I just not used to these chairs.
Number 3, Leo. The other day, Viv's into making beads. Leo dropped the whole box of beads fucking everywhere. Take a whole carton of beads, drop them on the floor. But, like...
They make mistakes. Come on.
It wasn't just a mistake. Someone, I'm not going to say, but they're also in this room and they're not me, left the box of beads not closed shut. It was just like...
How do you know that it was me?
Because you were the one, like, straightening it up and that's how you left it.
Was I drinking?
I hope not.
Well, then...
Went everywhere. There's still beads in our house that we haven't found yet. Because he likes the police and military so much, he started referring to Kevin as just K9. The K9 over there.
He has. It's not a joke.
Not all the time, but every once in a while when he's really in, like, a police or military mood, he's like, K9, the K9, come here.
The K9, not even K9, the K9.
It's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Your mom was gone for 3 weeks. He was the first to sleep. Oh, he was the second to sleep over. Everybody loves to sleep over at God's house. He slept there. He was there a legit 24 hours.
Yeah.
By the time we dropped him off and picked him up. And he came home that next day. He complained about every fucking thing in his life.
Everything.
Like, every single thing was not good enough.
There is not one thing that he was happy about.
Nothing.
Not his shoes, not his room, not anything.
The flavor of anything, the color of anything, the fit of anything.
Because my mom,
she catered to him. And I get it. Like,
I love her.
Not putting down Goff for being gone and wanting to make up for time. But, like, when he came home, he was a different person. And I wanted to, like... It was unbelievable. It
was a lot. You're right. I remember that. I think I was drunk then, too.
You might have been.
I'm just kidding.
Number 2. A couple decent things with Leo. Like you mentioned, he was good on the podcast, and we saw, like, some good personality with him.
I was so proud of him.
Hopefully that comes through when we finally edit it and drop it. And the other thing that I was not surprised about, but I was, is he knows how to change batteries on, like, little toys and stuff.
You're welcome.
He's like, oh, I need 2 AA's, and they go this way and that, and this one doesn't need the screw. I just pop it off. Yeah. No, you got to do it from this way. Pop it out, put it back in. I'm like,
he's handy because of his mother.
He might be the only kid in the house that can do that.
Yeah, he's actually very intelligent. We've been underestimating him.
Mm-hmm. All right, so number 2 is Dean. Oh, wait, I got to go to Leo's birthday themes.
You got to hurry, though.
I'll be quick. There wasn't as many this week. I don't know if that's good or bad, but there was a few. So this week's birthday themes, he wants to have a doctor party, a stethoscope party, super wing, police car, police SUV, and Chase, which is the police dog in Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
And then back to Bill's.
And dinosaurs was today.
Oh, I didn't hear dinosaurs.
Oh, he actually loves dinosaurs, is what he told me today.
All right.
Number 2 is Dean.
Number 2 is Dean. Riding high pretty good lately. Sorry, I lost my spot. Pretty good. So the other night, it was... Leah was sleeping over. Viv was at Charlie's. It was just Dom and Dean, and we decided to do, like, a little movie night for them.
Yeah.
They're upstairs watching a movie in the loft, made popcorn, and it's now 8:22. That's normally when they go to bed, but he felt like it was super late, and he yelled down, "Mommy, what time is it?" And 8:22. Oh, it's getting late. Mommy, can you come put me to
Yeah,
bed?
come put me to bed. It's time for bed.
Music to my ears.
And he wanted to go to bed.
On a night where I didn't even need it, but it was just like,
I was shocked.
yep.
Mommy.
It's
It's
getting late.
getting late. I need to go to bed.
Beautiful.
Come put me to bed.
Yep.
Love Dean for that. And he's also a sleeper. I love my sleepers.
Beautiful sleeper.
Viv and Dean are my sleepers.
This is, I think, a good thing. He's really into football and stuff, and he wears his mouthpiece everywhere, which is sometimes it's kind
I
of
guess
annoying.
it protects his mouth.
Yeah,
teeth.
he probably needs it because he gets hurt a lot. But
Yeah. He always gets hit in the face with the football.
So it's a good thing. But the one downside for like Dean this week, and it was for the most part he's been good, but like you made I think we were out of like white bread, so you made French toast with hot dog buns.
Yeah.
So still
No,
good.
No. Actually, what I did, we had white bread, but the hot dog buns I had were like sliced. They were like the new Trader Joe's ones. They were sliced almost like sticks. So I was like, I'm going to make French toast sticks for the kids.
Right. So
Threw a fit.
yeah, you make them. It's like almost like a brioche French toast. Still make them. They look great. And then he's like, no, I don't want those. He's like, why? Because I don't want them. I don't want French toast sticks. I want French toast that's cut up.
Yeah. So we would have never
Like,
known.
what the fuck do you think French toast sticks
that
are?
did it. I'm the dumbass that did it, though. Made him his bread.
Not French toast sticks, but French toast cut up. Mm-hmm. Where to make that make sense? Doesn't make any sense. What does make sense is Dom being fucking amazing lately.
I agree.
I have no bad things written down. He's been unreal.
He really has. It's something just clicked, and he gets it.
He's back. He is as good as he can be. Like the caring side of Dom, like little things like today, like Dean's allergies were killing. Everybody was outside in the street playing. You told him to go inside so that his eyes didn't bother him anymore. Dom offered to go inside with him and like keep him occupied and busy.
Yep. And he's been playing with them so fair and like and really making sure, like encouraging them and just being like incredible. Yep. And we've been telling him to.
Yep.
And he's just
encouraging, listening the first time.
Clicked.
We were at the Morleys I mentioned. We always tear up their whole house when we do. We always try to do a 1, 2, 3 cleanup when we leave. Before we went to go do that, he cleaned up the entire playroom by himself without being asked.
He really is doing
thousands of toys. He did all by himself.
Yep. And I'm not joking because she has a great playroom with a lot of toys for the kids, and he put all the bins and everything away. I was really proud of him.
Yep.
And he's been on top of his laundry and football. And buddy, I kid you not, he was up at 6 a.m. with his flag football shit on.
And that's where I'm going to kind of make this come around is I think that's the only variable that's changed in his life recently is that he's now on like this more competitive football team, and the coach is a legit hard ass. Like going into middle school, like sports are getting more serious. Like there was a practice recently where it was like a scene out of Remember the Titans. It was that weekend. If you're in Vegas, it was raining and hailing this last weekend.
Yeah.
It was pouring rain, hailing. Dom didn't listen to me and wear like warm clothes like he should have.
Yep.
He had no tights on, no sweats. He's wearing shorts, and it's pouring, and they're doing up downs, which is like up, run in place, and then a push up.
Go up and then down.
And a lot of them, like a fucking lot of them.
I would have cried. I am so
if
glad I
you
wasn't
and like
there.
other soft parents would have seen this, you would not be okay with it.
Nope.
And Dom's just fucking banging him out. And I think him having like this strong, I don't give a shit attitude from another like adult male or another sort of authoritarian person in his life has made him realize like, I can't get away with shit. So I'm not going to try to.
Yeah.
And I think it also gives him the perspective of like, my parents aren't that bad. If I fuck up, they don't make me run.
Yeah.
They don't make me do 100 up downs in the rain.
We went to Michelle and Tommy's baby shower.
Oh yeah.
And he was not acting like himself. And even Tommy walked up and was like, "Hey, are you okay? Is everything okay?" Like 10 minutes into the shower, he's passed out on the couch. My poor baby was so tired.
So tired.
But he's working hard. But the thing that's it's okay for me is because he loves it.
Absolutely.
He loves it. He's like, this is what, Mom, how am I going to be disciplined if he doesn't do this? I'm like, oh.
Like, he's good, too. And, like, they started him at quarterback. And they put him in, and he fucked up. And he was, for lack of a better term, was supposed to go right. And he went left, and Coach pulled him. He's like, no, you're running the play wrong. I can, like, understand if, like, you make a bad throw. or if you drop it or whatever, but like you need to know, you have to have the mental shit down.
Yeah.
And he pulled him and put him like a wide receiver. And I think that registers with him.
All weekend he's like, I'm not going to I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start. I'm like, dumb.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But it shows him that like, and like one thing, like I forget what it was in practice, he fucked up and the coach made him run him lap. And he's like, but now I remembered not to do that anymore.
I don't know. I can't. It makes me so sad. But I was never in sports like that, so I can't get it.
I think it's a beautiful thing in a very strange way of saying, but I think it's great for him.
Whatever's happening, it's definitely changing his behavior at home and his heart. His heart is, he cares more, which I was always wondering, like, how can we make them fucking care more? Because we can't, I don't know how to make you care at all about what we're saying and what we're trying to teach you.
Yeah.
And he's doing it.
At worst, it's tiring his ass out 4 or 5 times a week. And so when he's home, he doesn't have like this pent up energy that he expels in negative ways. Mm-hmm. So at the very least, that's what's happening.
So we're signing them all up for flag football summer camp.
Yep. We'll see you in August. Hell week every day.
Well, everybody, we are so grateful that you tuned in for another episode of our podcast.
Yep. Buy some merch.
And hopefully this keeps working out for us.
Yeah.
And I can figure out how to sit in these chairs.
Yeah. Our next few episodes, we're going to see some new places, some new faces.
New people. It'll be really fun.
We're going to things in store.
We're going to start switching things up a little on you, and hopefully you guys are all with us on this journey. And please tell everybody, please share our podcast with people, because the only way we grow is if you share and talk about us, and if you like us, tell people, because that's how we grow. We don't pay for followers. We don't pay for anything like subscribers or anything like that. We just are very like organic in the fact that if you listen, you love us, and if you subscribe, you really fucking love us. So thank you so much. And as always,
thank you for listening.